going on, everybody? My name is Brandon Dutier Craven, and welcome to the official Rollin' Wrestling review of NXT Takeover Brooklyn Part 2. Without further ado, y'all, I'm rhyming a lot today, so let's get going. The first match on last night's card was No Way Jose versus Austin Aries. Jose came out in style, a conga line formed behind him with members of the NXT universe, and they went around the ring. It was pretty sweet to watch. I got to give him that. When the bell rang, though, there was no dancing for Jose. He came out fighting. During the match, Ric Flair came into the crowd and took a seat in the audience. It really distracted the crowd for a minute. I didn't really like that. Jose looked fantastic during this match despite being a newer talent. Your winner, though, after a sunset top rope powerbomb into the last chancery, Austin Aries. Post-match attack by Aries onto Jose, only to be stopped by the one and only Hideo Itami. That one, folks, should be really, really good. They fought each other. Hideo Itami hit the GTS, and Aries was out like a light. Message sent and message received. Like I said, folks, that one ought to be good. I'm going to give this match, because it was a good opening match, it was a great opening match, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Next match on the card, the debuting Ember Moon versus Billie Kay. That Ember Moon, she is a ball of fire. And honestly, the red contacts in her eyes were kind of freaky. It kind of freaked me out. But man, that girl could go. I was expecting a squash match for Ember, and it really kind of was. But Billie Kay was able to show some promise in this match. What a finisher by Ember Moon. I can only describe it. I don't even know what to call it, to be honest with you. It was amazing, that's for sure. It was almost like a sunset flip off the top rope into a stunner. Or a front flip into a stunner off the top rope. It was ridiculous. Overall, awesome debut for Ember Moon. Good showing by Billie Kay. Another 3 out of 5 stars. Next match on the card, Andre Cien Almas versus the debuting, another great debut from the glorious Bobby Roode. I have to admit, Bobby Roode's entrance was pretty glorious, no pun intended. And the fact that around 15,000 people were actually singing his theme song was really, really cool too. Honestly, he's supposed to be the bad guy in this match. Not so much tonight. He was actually one of the fan favorites. And it's really weird because in TNA, Roode wrestled and looked a lot like Triple H. And now in NXT, he still looks and wrestles quite a lot like Triple H. So, great move by Almas midway through the match with the corkscrew body splash to the outside. Your winner with the glorious bomb. Basically, it was a pump handle slam. Bobby Roode. Overall, I give this match yet another 3 out of 5 stars. Next up was the presentation of the Cruiserweight Classic Trophy. I really don't know. I was expecting something more, especially with Orange County Choppers. They went all out with the WWE World Heavyweight title belt. And I was just expecting something more. You can see the winner get presented that trophy in September on the live finale of the Cruiserweight Classic. Moving on, the NXT Tag Team Championship, the Revival versus Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Out first is the challengers, Gargano and Ciampa. Next, the champions, the Revival. Classic Tag Team Wrestling. Nice suicide dive by Johnny Wrestling. That's what they call them in NXT. Johnny Wrestling during the match. The whole match was highlights. I couldn't pick just one. Absolutely fantastic match. The crowd was eating it up from bell to bell. Near falls for the challengers, but always a distraction from the champions. And therefore, your winners and still NXT Tag Team Champions, the Revival. Overall, I'm going to give this match a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next up is a match that I've been looking forward to for a while. The rematch NXT Women's Championship between Asuka, the champion, and Bayley, the challenger. Out first, the challenger, Bayley. Can she regain her title, or will she once again fall to the reigning champion? I'm going to start calling her the Queen of Strong Style because, man, her strikes last night were insane. Next out is the reigning women's champion, again, the Queen of Strong Style, Asuka. Bayley looked really hurt after a knee from Asuka during this match. I mean, it caught her right in the bridge of the nose. Asuka really showed heel tendencies in this match, which was really, really refreshing to see. The crowd was split in this one. You had half going for Asuka, you had half going for Bayley. What a match by the women. Both of them just went at it. The strikes for this match and the main event were just brutal. Unfortunately, what can only be described as an outstanding showing from Bayley. She could not overcome the striking of Asuka, and therefore still your NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. After the match was over, Bayley kind of took her, I'm going to go ahead and call it her final bow. So what's next for Bayley? Guess we'll find out. Overall, outstanding match. 4 out of 5 stars for this match. Absolutely fantastic match. Next up is your main event of the evening. The NXT Champion Samoa Joe versus the challenger Shinsuke Nakamura. Out first, the challenger Shinsuke Nakamura. Very cool live version of his entrance music with the guy playing the violin. That was absolutely very, very cool. Triple H said it best last night on the live Facebook session. Who would have ever thought a guy playing a violin would be absolutely cheered by a wrestling fan base? This is really, really cool. Out next, the champion Samoa Joe. Hard-hitting match throughout, just absolutely brutal striking. Huge German suplex by Nakamura. It was just a great, great match. Nakamura kicked out of the Muscle Buster. Joe kicked out of the Kinshasa. But Nakamura hit it again. And your winner and new NXT Heavyweight Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Absolutely brutal match. Hard-hitting match. Fast-paced. Overall, 4 out of 5 stars. Now, let's look at my match, or this time, matches of the night. My matches of the night are both the Women's Championship match and the NXT Championship match. Both matches were hard-hitting, intense, and really, they both told a really, really good story. Did this Takeover Brooklyn live up to last year's? Look, it would have been difficult to do it. And not to take anything away from last night's pay-per-view, but because I thought it was a fantastic pay-per-view. But it didn't fully live up to last year's for me. Overall, I'm going to give this pay-per-view a 4 out of 5 stars. Great pay-per-view, but like I said, for me, it didn't live up to last year's NXT Takeover Brooklyn. But that was a huge bar to overcome for anybody. So, with that being said, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, is going to do it for my review of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. Check back tonight, or tomorrow, for my review of WWE SummerSlam. And as always, let me know what you thought of my review, what you thought of Takeover Brooklyn 2, and your thoughts on this channel in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. I am down for the 3 count. See you next time. I'm out of here. Dude, chair out. See you later, everybody.